Happy Tuesday, everybody, and don't touch that dial or don't touch that remote control. And you know why? Because it's another episode of SCIU Says. And this is the weekly union show dedicated for union workers and non-union workers and the communities they live in. And we have a special guest, GWC. Introduce yourself, please.
Hi, my name is Kristina Aier. I'm an attorney at Goldberg, Weissman, Cairo, GWC, Illinois' largest personal injury and workers' compensation law firm.
All right, stay tuned, everybody, and enjoy yourself. This is SCIU Says, and I'm Charlie Bonds.
Did they steal your line?
We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved, just like a tree that's planted by the waters. We shall not be moved. We're fighting for a contract, we shall not be moved. We're fighting for a contract, we shall not be moved, just like a tree that's planted by the waters. We shall not be moved. We're stronger together, we shall not be moved. We're stronger together, we shall not be moved, just like a tree that's planted by the waters. We shall not be moved. We're fighting for an increase, we shall not be moved. We're fighting for an increase, we shall not be moved, just like a tree that's planted by the waters. We shall not be moved. Respect. We're fighting for respect, we shall not be moved. We're fighting for respect, we shall not be moved, just like a tree that's planted by the waters. We shall not be moved.
That's right, we should not be moved. Why? Because we are the fastest growing union here in North America, SCIU. SCIU Says is sponsored by GWC. That is Goldberg, Weissman, and Cairo, Illinois' largest workers' comp law firm and personal injury. If you know of anyone that may have a workers' comp question, or you may have a personal injury question that you may want to know, then we encourage you to give us a phone call. That phone number is 312-588-7630. That phone number is 312-588-7630. That's Goldberg, Weissman, and Cairo. All right. And we have another announcement to make. I hope everybody had a wonderful 4th of July, and I hope everyone had a great weekend as well. We wanted to encourage people to call in to SCIU Says today. We have a legal counsel today, and you may get some questions answered. And that call-in number is 312-738-1060. That phone number to call in live is 312-738-1060. So, as we like to say, if you want to be healthy on the inside, you should be healthy on the outside as well. Then we're calling you to come on out to this SCIU Health Fair. That's right. We have a community organization group within inside of SCIU, and it's called CALS, Community Organized to Win. And we present a healthy living health fair. That's right. It's for all ages. We'll be giving out school vaccinations, diabetes screenings, raffle, blood pressure screening. Jewel Oscar will be there. Credit Union 1 will be there. Walgreens, Costco. Expungement, as we had a topic on our show a while ago, we were talking about how to get your record expunged. So someone from that, one of the attorneys from there will be there assisting people on how to get their records expunged. We're going to have LA Fitness out as well, so people are going to get some free memberships. We're going to get away raffles. So this is going to be a really excellent event. So you should definitely try to make it out to the Healthy Living Health Fair. Get your calendars, and that date will be on Saturday, July, which is this month, Saturday, July the 26th, 2014, from 11 a.m. and to 4 p.m. Where? At SCIU Local 73, 300 South Ashland. So you come on out and you get your free screening. You bring your children out for their school vaccinations, diabetes testing. They're going to have some plastic surgeons there, affordable plastic surgeons. Can you believe that?
That's awesome.
Yeah. So you definitely want to come out to this event, all right? So mark your calendars, Saturday, July the 26th, 2014, from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if you want to RSVP for that, get a pen and I'll give you that phone number. That number to RSVP for the Healthy Living Health Fair is 312-588-7620. That number is 312-588-7620. It's social media time, everyone. That's right. Social media time. That's right. You can go to SEIU's Facebook page and hit like. And once you hit SEIU's Facebook page, SEIU Local 73, you will get immediate updates on far as the next general membership meeting that we have coming up in August, various rallies that are going on, what's going on in your division at the work site with CPS, Stroger Hospital, Cook County, the traffic control aides. You need to be informed. You need to be current. So go to our Facebook page. That's SEIU Local 73, and you hit like. And once you get like, you'll get updates, and you'll be able to be in the loop of what's going on. Also, you can go visit our website at www.seiu73.org. That's www.seiu73.org, and you'll just get a whole bunch of helpful information. There's nothing like being inspired and empowered by knowing things, and that's what today's show is about helping people and making them feel knowledgeable of what's going on. So we have an attorney in the house, a beautiful attorney at that.
Oh,
okay.
thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, I'm lucky today. All right. So, and we're gonna get some questions answered about personal injuries, and here we go. So I just want to ask you a question.
Sure.
What is in between workers' comp and a personal injury case? Like people at home may want to know.
What is the difference, you said?
Yes.
Okay. So workers' compensation claim arises out of an injury that you sustain in the workplace in the course of your employment. So in simple terms, if you're on the clock and you hurt yourself, then you could have a workers' compensation claim under Illinois law. A personal injury claim is a little bit different. This happens off the clock. You don't have to be on the job necessarily. You can be, for instance, driving on your way home after work and you get rear-ended by a driver and you're injured as a result of that rear end, then you have a personal injury claim.
Okay, so can you have a personal? Okay, so because there's those two different ones. So I want to. Can you have a personal injury claim and workers' comp at the same time? The case?
You can. Let me clarify it a little bit. You can have a workers' compensation claim, and you can have what is known as a third-party claim or a personal injury claim.
Okay.
So, for example, let me go back to my example of getting rear-ended. If instead of driving on the way home, you were driving for work. Let's say you are a UPS driver and you're making a delivery, and someone
like a milkman.
Right, or
can
a milkman.
Okay.
You can be a milkman. Okay.
Milkman.
If you were a milkman and you were making a delivery and you get rear-ended, you could have a claim under workers' compensation, and you could have a claim against the driver who rear-ended you.
Okay.
Okay, and the reason for that is you were injured in the course of your employment. You're delivering. You're doing your job, and you get and you're in an accident, and the third party claim comes in from the fact that someone else that was not involved with your work caused the accident. So the person that rear-ended you has nothing to do with your employment, obviously.
Correct.
He's what we call a third party, another party to what happened, and he
to go after the blame.
Exactly, and you
Okay.
can go after this person.
Okay. So workers' comp typically is when you're working, when you're on the clock.
Exactly.
You don't necessarily have to be in the workplace, but you have to be on the clock.
Exactly, in
working.
whatever capacity.
Okay. And an accident will happen, something that can cause you harm, then that creates a workers' comp case. Now, personal injury, we're going to go into that. Now, you can, as she said, that can happen, and everything's on a case-by-case basis, that you can have a workers' comp case as well as a personal injury. But right now, we're going to focus on personal injury and, the definition of personal injury. We're going to get that out. A personal injury law involves injury which is caused by another failure to use responsibility or care. It could be such as a dog bite. It could be the city. Like we have one particular case with the city of Chicago. I know someone, they slipped and they fell and there was no sign. So I guess when they're doing those construction work and everything like that, they're supposed to let the general public get notification of that. And so they can watch and proceed to watch and be cautious where they walk. And if they're not aware of that, they slip and fall, that can be a personal injury case. Perhaps, you go into stores and, they don't put we just mop the sign up, and then you're in there and you slip and you fall. Or, you might be trying to get a pillow from off of a top shelf and you fall in Target, and that's not good. So those are examples, some examples of personal injuries. Is whereas a car can hit you, someone can you could be a pedestrian. I know here in Chicago is really bad for pedestrians. I know of anybody that walks, like if you cross the street,
Absolutely.
they're horrible. It's like people are texting, people are on their telephone, people don't stop at the crosswalk, and then people get mad that when you do have the walk sign, it's like they try to force you to cross the street, and that's not good. Now, if they hit you, we're going to talk about that.
Oh, yes. You call us.
All right, that's right. You call GWC. GWC is Illinois' largest workers' comp and personal injury law firm here in the great state of Illinois. That phone number is 312-588-7630. That number is 312-588-7630, and we will get you to excellent attorney at GWC. You can talk about the case. All right, we have a caller. This is SEIU Says. Happy Tuesday.
Hi, I was calling to ask a question. What if one of the local 73 members, if they just put in false accidents up under working up under the union, and they put in just false accidents? Do you all monitor that, or do you all investigate those false claims? Because I do know of people that does go from job to job in different departments and file phony accidents that's up under the local 73. Do you all investigate?
Have you called the police on those people? No, I'm just joking. No. No, and that's wrong. You should not try to defraud the system at all. So I'm going to allow you to answer that question.
Absolutely. To answer your question, that's not something that our firm would handle specifically. That being said, I'm not sure what kind of system you have in place with your union. I'm not sure if you have someone investigating these fraudulent claims to see whether they are fraudulent, or perhaps it might be a legitimate claim. Do you have some sort of system in place with your union?
That would be us.
Okay.
Okay. So when you're saying they're filing false claims with the union, because you don't file an injury claim with the union, you would file an injury claim with the employer. Now, we could let the employee could let the union know what's going on, because safety is a part of the collective bargaining agreement, part of the contract. So they can notify the union, so the union can be aware of it. But if a person does get hurt on the job, then they are going to notify the employer in regards to that. So is that could you be a little bit more specific, please?
Yes, if you just write up a claim saying that you hurt yourself on the job, and you know you didn't hurt yourself on the job, but you're in the local 73 union, and like I say, I don't know if their jobs investigate that, but I just ask the question because I see a lot of it's going on that that probably messes up all the givings that you all need to give the people that's not causing these phony claims on hurting themselves on the job. They get workman comp, and there's nothing wrong with them. They're walking around, and there's nothing wrong with them. So I'm wondering, do anybody investigate that? Do the job investigate it and let the union know? Because that probably messes up other things that I might, or somebody else, money that needs money from the local union or from their jobs.
Right. Well, the employer does do an investigation. There's an extensive investigation that goes on because they want to make sure that it's a warranted case. They want to make sure that it's valid, that the person really did injure themselves. So they will do an investigation.
Absolutely. And in addition to the employer, the insurance company as well, the workers' compensation carrier, will do their own investigation as well. Let's just keep in mind that anyone can say they're hurt on the job, absolutely. That being said, it's the responsibility of the insurance company and the employer to make sure that the claims that they're being presented with are investigated, and that they're legitimate ones.
Well, as I do know, somebody is not doing their job because they're up under the local 73, and it continues. And I'm a type of person. you do right, you do right, you do wrong, wrong gonna come to you. And let me tell you, they're using that system to the utmost, and I don't think it's right.
Okay. Well, typically, I do apologize for that. Typically, with that, there is a disclaimer that when you fill those forms out, when you sign your name, you are saying that what you're saying is true. And so, by falsifying that, those are repercussions that can follow behind that as well. But by you signing your name to the incident report, because there's always an incident report, incident form that you have to fill out when an incident does happen in the workplace, and by you signing your name, that's giving your consent that you're saying that you are telling an authenticity. You're telling the truth behind that. So eventually, some things happen, as they say, let the wheat grow with the tear. In due time, it will get resolved. So those people, you can get away for a minute when it comes to cases like that, but the insurance company does do a thorough investigation. So they will be, if it's not a warranted case, then it will not happen at all. Okay, I hope that answers your question. All right, thank you very much. All right, so we're going to talk about steps today, like just when anything happens. Say, for example, you get a car accident, you fall in that store, or you get bit by that dog. What do you do? How do you begin the case? How do you get the right questions? How do you not let it slip between the cracks? How do you not get how do you not get stuck with the bill, the hospital bill? So we're going to answer all those questions today. All right. So I'm driving down the street and I get rear-ended. Boom. All right. And so I get out of the car in cases like that. And what is the correct way of handling a situation like that?
Well, first of all, I think you need to assess how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Are you having any pain? If that's the case, then call an ambulance right away. Get yourself checked out.
Okay.
Obviously, sometimes the pain might not come on right away. So
Correct.
you might know you might not know until you go home and maybe you sleep it off.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the case may be, but
I didn't want to cut you. I got hit by a school bus.
You did?
Yeah, that was about 10 years ago.
Oh my goodness!
I got hit by a school bus, and I got lucky because you heard those people called ambulance chasers.
Yes.
So an ambulance chaser followed. No, it was real, y'all. An ambulance chaser. I was driving down the street, and the school bus didn't stop at the stop sign, and so I tried to stop. So I wouldn't hit the school bus, but I couldn't. So I slid out in the road, and I got hit from behind. And I remember I couldn't believe that I got hit, because that's the first thing. If you're a cautious driver, there's the shock that you can't believe, this happened to me. All right. And so I got out, and luckily for me, I had an ambulance chaser right there. And he was like, don't talk, don't do too much. We're going to take you to the doctor after this. Mm-hmm. And what I found out is exactly what you say. Once you hit on impact, your body goes into shock, so you don't necessarily know if you have those symptoms. It could be like a day, it could be 2 days.
Exactly.
And I found out I had a concussion. And so like one of the ways I found out I had a concussion is whenever you have you have an impact or something like that, the doctor told me to close my eyes. And then so you close your eyes, and if you can feel yourself spinning, then you have a mild concussion. So I ended up having a mild concussion with that. So the first thing is to assess how you feel once you get out of the car.
Exactly. And in addition to that, I would recommend calling the police right away. That way they come on scene, they investigate the accident. They look at the damage to your car, they look at the damage to the other person's car, and they make a report based on what they see. And it's a really good idea to have the police come on scene, because they're, they write a report based on what they witnessed.
Now let me ask you a question.
Sure.
What if the police, I know sometimes when people get hit, the police say, if y'all can walk away from it, we not coming down. So is it the police's responsibility to always come down? Because I know if it's not that severe, then they won't show up.
I think, it also depends on how much damage there is to the car.
Okay.
And I think, you want to document as much as possible, so I would insist on them showing up.
Okay, so insist that they do come out. Okay.
Yes. Or, sometimes this happens, for whatever reason the police doesn't show up, or, you exchange information without making a police report. I would suggest going to your nearest local station and making a report at a later time, even if you're unable to make a report at the scene of the accident.
Okay. So how much time does one typically have if they don't feel the pain? So say for example, you get hit, you're like, oh, okay, those people, I can't get sick. I can't get sick.
Yeah.
I got a party to do tomorrow. I'm with the soccer moms or whatever. And they're like, and you make an excuse like, you can't get sick or whatever. And then come next week, after that accident, you starting to feel these pains. Like, how much time do you have to do a claim?
I don't know if there's a right answer to that, but I will say the sooner you go get yourself checked out, the better it is. The better it is for your claim, the better it is for the attorney handling the file for you. The sooner everything gets documented, the better it is, because you better believe me, the insurance company has done their investigation. The minute you're hit, the minute the claim is reported, they're already doing their homework on you. So, if you're going to claim injuries, it's important for you to get checked out right away.
Okay, so when you get injured, and we know that's a big inconvenience if you get injured.
Absolutely.
Then the downside to it is, well, not your health is a downside, but what's time consuming, which is the downside. You need to make that little time to go see A, your primary care physician, or B, you may have to go to the hospital just to get yourself checked out, because you never know. Because like I say, you go into shock within a week, something could happen.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So you definitely want to exchange phone numbers.
Exchange insurance information.
Okay.
Preferably, the police would be there to make the report.
Okay.
But in the chance that doesn't happen, then definitely get the other person's license plate number, driver's license number, insurance information if they have it with them, and that way, you have as much information as possible.
Okay, then. All right. So, truck accidents as well, like trucking accidents, those kind of that will fall under, if you're like hit by a truck, it will fall.
Absolutely, same thing. Call the police. Get as much information as possible. Get everything documented. Go get treatment as soon as possible. If you're not feeling well, your health is the most important thing. Go get yourself checked out. I would also like to add, for both car accidents and trucking accidents, try and get pictures if you have a camera phone at the scene of the accident. Take pictures of the damage. Because a picture speaks 1,000 words.
Everybody got those cell phones now.
Exactly.
Right.
Everyone has a phone with a camera.
Right.
Make use of it.
Right.
Instead of taking selfies, take pictures of the car.
Right. I'll take a selfie with the car. But you probably can't do that because you're hurt and it wouldn't look good, right?
It would not look good. No, don't do that.
Okay, so don't take a selfie with the car, all right? Just take a picture of the car and the accident.
Yes.
So if it's someone a hit and run in cases like that, then you just want to make sure you try to get the make and model of the car,
exactly,
as well as a license plate number.
If you can, yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes there's no way of getting that information, and if that's the case, then still make a police report. We still want to document it.
Yes, so document those things. Make the police report. Okay, so now we're going to talk about dog bites. Like you saw that heroic video, I guess it was maybe about 2 months ago, when that cat saved that child's life, pretty much.
That was a great video.
It really was, but people may not always have a cat around to do that, or Solange. No, that was a joke.
All right. Say Solange.
Right. People may not. No, you may not always have a cat or Solange around to come and help you when you need help. And so, what do you do? Like, okay, so if I'm walking down the street and I don't like my neighbor don't like me, and we both know this. Yeah. And just coincidentally, the dog gets out, and I'm now being attacked by this dog. What happens? Like, I get bit? How do I handle a case like that?
Kind of the same thing again. Get yourself checked out. If a dog has bitten you and you're bleeding, run to the hospital, call an ambulance.
Okay.
Make sure it's all documented.
Okay.
I would also make a report, with at the police station with the police. If in the off chance that the owner wasn't present when the attack happened, I would probably give them a heads up as well, let them know this is what happened, and then you contact an attorney and let the attorney do all the groundwork for you, the investigation and everything else.
Take pictures. Always remember that. That's very helpful.
Exactly. Take pictures of the bite as well.
Take pictures of the bite. We're winding down, but I want to get to this slip and fall in the store thing.
Sure.
Okay, so what happens with that? So, a lot of times people, we do go to stores and we talked about that. We had to fight for 15. Those are people that worked at the fast food industry.
Okay.
A lot of times they're just really understaffed, and just sometimes they may not can be able to put that caution wet floor signs down, or things just may happen where you fall. Or better yet, if you fall on the premises of the store, is the store always held liable for that?
I guess the correct answer is maybe.
Okay.
That being said, again, I can't stress enough the importance of documenting anything that happens. Make a report with the store manager. Most stores have a system where you can go report it to the manager, file a written report, do all those things by all means.
Okay.
And again, if you're injured or you think you're not feeling well, you have a few aches and pains, or maybe something more serious, again, please get yourself checked out. Because that again is, your health is the most important thing. So go get yourself checked out and, contact an attorney, see if you have a case. Call GWC.
Okay, so we're going to wrap it down. So the key points is document everything, take pictures, and what else you want to say?
Make a report, get treatment.
Okay, make a report and get treatment. And your name?
Kristina Aier.
Okay, and they're with GWC. GWC website, what is you guys?
It's www.gwclaw.com. And
Okay.
GWC Law is one word.
Okay, and you can always call us at 312-588-7630, and we can give you that information to get GWC's phone number as well. So we hope everyone had a good experience today, and we can put those personal injury blues behind us. I want to thank you for
so
coming
much.
out, and
It was great being here.
Yeah, and GWC is a sponsor for SEIU Says so they will be back, and we'll have our little different segments with that. So given that, I hope everyone has a safe, none-dog bite, none slipping in the store, and no fender bender weekend. That's
exactly.
right.
But if you do, you know who to call.
That's right. GWC. Tune in next week, same bat time, same bat channel, SEIU Says, and we'll have another thought-provoking interview. Enjoy yourself. I'm Charlie Bonds.